How's it going, everybody? Today I'm joined by my longtime pal, Poogah. He is a prominent jailbreak creator who just recently had his first vehicle added in Season 19 with the Frost Crawler. Poogah, it's a pleasure to finally talk to you. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Glad to be here.
So I guess right off the bat, my first question for you is, how did you get into modeling and when did you start making stuff for Jailbreak?
So I started back with the NASCAR event with making texture for that. Started getting into modeling when I realized I probably wasn't going to get in with a texture as my first item. Probably started modeling start of January 22.
Wow, that is about 2 years ago, actually. I thought you were with us longer than that, but I guess you are a more recent addition, I suppose. And what was your modeling journey like? How did you learn and how did you improve your skills? Did you talk to anybody or did you have some people that were helping you?
Mostly the other jailbreak creators helped me along.
What was your first submission that was added, if you can remind me and the audience? And what was your reaction to finally getting something added to Jailbreak?
My first item was the Terminator spoiler during the safe revamp. Yeah, big celebrating that I got in.
Yeah, definitely a big deal. And it was the first of many. Out of all the items you have in-game, you can include the vehicle in this if you want, though I know it's kind of an easy answer. But what is your favorite item that you have in-game?
Bandana texture probably would be my pick.
Yeah, that is a nice texture. Last season you had quite a bit of stuff added, and looks like for this season you'll also have quite a few items in-game as well. So glad to see you doing pretty well. So with regards to Season 19, what were your thoughts on the season theme when announced? Were you disappointed that it was winter again, or were you happy that we might get some better winter themed stuff this time? And what are some themes you want to see?
Okay, well, themes I probably want to see. Apocalypse is out there. Medieval, kinda like dragons and things like that. Retro classic is also another one.
Yeah, those all sound pretty nice.
So the first season I competed in was the winter season 7 theme. So it was kind of nice to get into a winter theme for the first time. And so yeah, I really like the season 19 items and everything. It looks really good.
I do too. Honestly, I think it's much better than season 7 because almost all the items like really work for me, and I think it's nice to finally have a grand prize that actually is winter themed compared to the icebreaker, which I like, but it's not really winter themed, you know.
Yeah.
What was the process like for making the season prizes? So remind me, you made the peppermint rims, the Aurora drift, and of course the grand prize. Is there anything I'm missing? And how did you make those items?
Okay, so the Aurora Drift and Peppermint Rims were actually planned a while back for an event that was supposed to be happening that me and a few other creators were going to be doing for like a winter advent calendar. That ended up not happening because of the theme that they picked, but those were prepped and just ready to post.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Jailbreak should do an advent calendar like thing sometime.
And then the grand prize, I basically ran out of ideas and just started looking around for something. And I just decided I saw that looking at winter vehicles and just decided to do it.
Okay, so it was more like a chance thing compared to like knowing ahead of time. What was the vehicle like based on? Was it based on anything in particular? And did you find any challenges when adapting it?
So I couldn't find any blueprints when modeling it, so I kind of just had to look at the images and eye it. So that was probably the biggest challenge.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's still turned out pretty well, I have to say, for not having access to blueprints. What was your reaction when it was chosen as the grand prize and your first ever vehicle added to the game?
I was really, really shocked that it actually got in. I kind of thought it had a chance, but I was just really shocked that it actually ended up getting picked.
Well, a lot of people do like the vehicle. I personally really like it. Several people were disappointed, and in particular, they had wished that something like the Polaris was chosen. What was your reaction to the more negative response? Did it really affect you?
It was kind of annoying. I kind of knew it was going to happen because a lot of people really wanted the Polaris to get in. And then there are also a few other vehicles that people wanted. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm just happy it didn't really affect you in a super negative way, because I know it can be worse.
Yeah.
I will go to the mailbag segment where I bring in some questions from some of my subscribers. So first off, from Nick, he asks, what is an item you've made for the game that you want the most to win that hasn't been picked? And if the current items you've won, which ones are your favorite and least favorite?
So probably the item I kind of want mostly to win, out of the items that haven't won, I really like the cotton candy texture. Cosmic Drive is also up there, the ones I've made. As for the items I have in-game, probably my favorites are Bandana Texture, Frost Crawler, and Aurora Drift are probably my favorites. My least favorite, probably Football Texture. Yeah.
Also, he says, finish the Cosmo.
Yeah.
Then from Frontier, he asks, what were your thoughts on the treads being removed from your vehicle submission? So your initial post had the vehicle with treads on it, but of course, Asimo asked for a version with wheels. Were you disappointed that they opted for a different course, or are you just happy that you got your vehicle added overall?
I was kind of disappointed that it didn't end up having the treads. That kind of gave it that Antarctica exploration feel. But I mean, they wanted to add treads, but they just, with the new robbery coming out and everything, they really didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah, that's too bad. I wish they could have made it work, but I still think your vehicle works well enough. And then next from Osowix, he asks, do you think Badimo adding vehicles constantly is slowly killing the hype for them? This is more of a interesting, general question on the state of the game. I'd like to hear your opinion on this.
I really don't know. I don't think so.
I'd have to disagree with his conclusion because I feel like more people would be complaining if they didn't add vehicles on a constant basis.
Yeah.
I personally like that they're doing it because it allows the vehicles to progress and improve in their quality, and we've gotten some really cool stuff, so I'm definitely happy with what we're doing right now. Then last question in the mailbag is from Poogah. He asks, favorite item from another creator?
Favorite item from another creator? Probably Ufed's vehicles.
Alright, then I know a lot of people watching are probably interested in getting into modeling. Do you have any advice for aspiring jailbreak modelers?
Some advice I was given from Shadow was kind of just thinking outside the box, trying to make something that fits the theme but really looks great, unique, kind of something like that. You'd be able to look at that item and just know kind of what theme it was from.
Yeah, this is definitely very important. There's a lot of creativity and ingenuity that needs to be involved, and we see a lot of popular submissions are stuff that are kind of unconventional. Even this season, the Polaris, it's not really something I would have expected, like a muscle car with sleds. That was a bit of a surprise. Alright, I guess my last question is there anything you want to promote, any future projects or any social medias, anything like that? Now's your chance.
Poogah5 on Twitter, people.
Is there anything you're working on that you'd want to tell people about?
I guess the Cosmo.
Actually, you know what? I have one final question. What is your future in terms of jailbreak creations and modeling in general? Do you think you're just going to keep making stuff for the foreseeable future? Or now that you have a vehicle added, do you think you're going to maybe scale back and start moving on to bigger things?
Probably until the right door opens or something. Just kind of maybe stick around here until the right door opens.
Yeah, you got a good thing going here, I'd have to say, because you have stuff added pretty frequently and the community likes you a lot, so I hope you stick around for a while. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Poogah. It was really nice talking to you after all these years, and congratulations on getting your vehicle added, and best of luck with your modeling future.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.